The great council hall of the Zorath galaxy was silent. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in a wide circle, their eyes fixed on the glowing star map in the center. The map showed every known civilization in the galaxy. One small area blinked in red. "Another border system has gone dark," said Commander Vale. His voice was calm, but his hands were not. A younger council member laughed softly. "Let me guess," he said. "Another human story?" Murmurs spread across the hall. Humans. The word itself felt old, ancient, unreal. For centuries, humans had been nothing more than legends, stories told by damaged crews and half-destroyed fleets. No clear images, no confirmed data, just fear and rumors. "They are not real," the young council member said again. "If they existed, we would have found them." An elder rose slowly from his seat. His body showed marks of old battles. His eyes were tired. "Legends did not appear without reason," the elder said. "I lost an entire fleet near the dark edge of space." The survivors spoke of silent ships and perfect movement. The room grew quiet. Commander Vale looked back at the star map. "We scanned that region many times," he said. "Nothing lives there." At that moment, the lights in the hall flickered. A sharp sound cut through the silence. A warning tone. An officer rushed forward. "Council members," she said, struggling to stay calm, "we have detected a signal from the dark region." "Is it a distress call?" someone asked. The officer shook her head. "No, it is structured, controlled." The signal began to play. It was slow, deep, not alien. It was human. The final translation appeared on the screen. "You were never meant to find us." The hall froze. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy questioned its greatest myth, and the stars remained silent. The alien patrol fleet moved slowly through the Karen border system. It was a quiet region of space, far from trade routes and colonies. Commander Vale stood on the bridge, watching the stars drift past the main screen. Nothing felt wrong. That was the problem. "Report," Vale said. "All systems normal." The navigation officer replied. "No life signs. No energy spikes." Then the stars began to fade. One by one, distant lights vanished, as if something massive was blocking them. The bridge grew colder, not in temperature, but in feeling. "Is that shadow?" someone whispered. Before Vale could answer, alarms screamed across the ship. Red symbols filled the screens. Radar failure. Long-range sensors offline. Communications unstable. Vale clenched his jaw. "Source." The officer paused, confused. "There is no source, Commander. Space itself is bending." The main screen shifted. A shape slowly emerged from the darkness. It was enormous. A single structure, sharp and angular, moving without sound. Its surface was dark metal, scarred and old, yet untouched by time. No visible weapons. No glowing engines. It did not rush forward. It waited. Vale felt a deep pressure in his chest. This ship did not behave like any known design. It moved with perfect control, as if space welcomed it. "Open a channel," Vale ordered. No response. The alien fleet powered weapons, but their systems hesitated, struggling to lock on. The massive ship remained still. Then a second shadow appeared. Then a third. The stars were almost completely gone now. A junior officer looked at the scanned data and whispered, "Commander, these ships are not forming an attack line." Vale turned slowly. "Then what are they doing?" The officer swallowed. "They are surrounding us." Vale stared at the dark screen. This was no patrol encounter. This was a meeting, and humanity had arrived. Commander Vale stood frozen as the darkness around the fleet deepened. The human ships did not rush forward. They did not fire. They simply existed, heavy and calm, as if time itself slowed around them. "Scan them again," Vale said quietly. The science officer shook her head. "We cannot, Commander. Their hulls absorb our sensors. It is like trying to skin a shadow." More shapes appeared across the star field. Large ones, smaller ones, perfectly spaced. Each ship held its position with exact precision. There was no chaos, no disorder. This was not a wild force. This was discipline. A sudden energy rippled past through space. Not violent. Controlled. One of the human ships moved forward, slow and deliberate. The alien fleet adjusted formation in panic. Engines roared. Weapons charged. Still, the humans remained silent. "Why aren't they attacking?" a junior officer asked, fear clear in his voice. Vale watched the human vessel glide closer. "Because they do not need to," he said. Suddenly, every alien screen lit up at once. A single message appeared. Clear. Simple. Do not move. The bridge fell silent. Weapon systems shut down on their own. Engines lost power. No damage. No explosions. Just control taken away. "They disabled us," the engineer whispered. From a distance, the human ship stopped directly in front of Vale's flagship. It dwarfed the alien vessel, its surface marked with scars of old wars. A voice filled the bridge. "Calm. Human. This system is under human protection." Vale felt his fear change into something heavier. Understanding. This was not an invasion. This was a boundary. And humanity had just drawn the line. Silence filled the bridge of Commander Vale's ship. The human message still glowed on the screen. This system is under human protection. Fear spread through the alien fleet. Some commanders hesitated. Others panicked. One ship broke formation. "Unknown vessel is charging weapons," an officer shouted. Vale turned sharply. "Tell them to stop." It was too late. A bright energy beam shot from the alien ship, cutting through space toward the nearest human warship. The impact lit the darkness for a brief moment. When the light faded, the human ship was still there, unharmed. The human response came instantly. Not loud, not dramatic, precise. A thin line of light flashed once. The attacking alien ship froze in place. Its weapons powered down. Its engines went silent. Then its hull cracked, clean and controlled, breaking into lifeless pieces. No explosion. No survivors. The alien fleet froze in terror. More alien ships tried to retreat. Space twisted around them. Human ships moved, not fast, but unavoidable. Every escape path closed. One by one, alien vessels were disabled. Some were cut apart. Others were shut down and left drifting. The humans did not chase. They did not show anger. They showed control. Commander Vale watched fleet after fleet fall. His hands trembled. "This is not a battle," he whispered. "It is a lesson." Human ships moved through the wreckage like silent judges. They ignored ships that powered down and surrendered. Only those that resisted were destroyed. Within minutes, the once proud alien fleet was gone. Debris filled the system. Broken metal reflected distant stars. A human transmission echoed across open channels. Conflict ends when resistance ends. Vale closed his eyes. Hope was gone. The legends had been true, and humanity had proven it with restraint, not rage. The battlefield was silent. Broken ships drifted slowly through space. Commander Vale stood on the bridge of his damaged vessel, waiting. He did not know what came next. Death, prison, or something worse. Then the human voice returned. Calm. Steady. "Commander Vale of the Zora fleet," the voice said. "You are cleared to speak." Vale swallowed and stepped forward. "Why?" he asked. "Why hide for so long? Why appear now?" There was a pause. Not a technical delay. A choice. "We watched the galaxy grow," the human commander replied. "We saw a young species fight over power, territory, pride. We chose not to join." Vale listened in silence. "Humanity learned early," the voice continued. "Strength without control destroys everything. So we stepped back. We observed. We prepared." Images appeared on the screen. Old star maps. Ancient battles. Fleets erased from history. "Your legends were survivors," the human said. "Those who escaped and told stories. We never chased them. Fear was enough." Vale felt shame burn in his chest. "Then why protect the system?" he asked. "Because something else is coming," the human answered. "Something older than us. Something that does not stop." The screen shifted again. Unknown symbols. distorted shapes, entire systems marked as lost. "We are not your enemies," the human voice said, "but we will not allow chaos to spread." Vale realized the truth then. Humanity was not hiding. They were guarding. The voice spoke one final line before the channel closed. "You feared our legends. You should fear what forced us to become one." Vale stared into the dark. The galaxy was not safe, and humanity had been waiting for this moment. The stars returned slowly to the Karen system. Human ships moved with calm purpose, restoring order where chaos once ruled. Damaged alien vessels were stabilized. Escape pods were collected. No more weapons fired. Commander Vale watched in silence. This was not how conquerors acted. A final transmission opened, visible to every surviving ship. "Attention, Allied and neutral forces," the human commander said. "The battle is over." Vale stepped forward. "What happens now?" he asked. The answer came without pride or threat. "You live," the human said. "You learn." A human vessel approached Vale's ship, not in aggression, but in escort. Smaller drones repair hull damage with quiet efficiency. The message was clear. Humanity did not rule by fear. They ruled by presence. Across the galaxy, signals spread fast. The legends were real. The myths had faces. Human warships now stood at key systems, silent and watchful. Alien worlds reacted in shock. Some celebrated survival. Others trembled at the truth. Children would grow up hearing new stories. Not rumors. Not myths. History. Vale addressed the council days later. His voice was steady. "We were wrong," he said. "Humanity was never a story. It was a warning." The council listened. Far beyond known space, human fleets gathered again, not for conquest, but for defense. Ancient enemy signals pulsed at the edge of the galaxy. Human commanders watched the stars. "Positions?" one asked. "All fleets ready," came the reply. Humanity had revealed itself at last, not as gods, not as monsters, but as guardians. And this time, the galaxy would not look away.